Owerakokwa community played host to dignitaries and people from all walks of life, from far and near, between Thursday, January 15th and Friday, 16th, 2026, when the descendants of the legendary Ernest Okwando Ezenna of the Ebilekwe dynasty paid their last respect to a matriarch and mother par excellence, Nkechinyere Mary Comfort Ezenna.
When I came here, every morning she has to wake us up by 5:30. We have to pray rosary, read the Bible every blessed day, and that makes me more religious, because before I don't care whether I go to church or not, because I don't know the difference. But with her, I know the difference. She taught me that when you go to church and you came late, you have to start everything afresh. In fact, Mama made me to be spiritual, so that is it. And he taught all the grandchildren how to be spiritual. You cannot play with Mama with material things. If you are going through towards God, she likes you more.
Mary Comfort Nkechinyere Ezenna was born on the 10th day of August 1937 at Amachara, Owerakokwa, Idato North Local Government Area of Imo State, fourth of 5 children, and the second of 2 surviving daughters of Matthew and Virginia Ndulue. At a tender age of 6, Nkechinyere Mary Comfort was entrusted to the care of her stepsister, Irene, who was a trainee nurse at Iyenu Mission Hospital, Ogidi, Anambra State. At the age of 7, in 1944, Mary Comfort Nkechinyere began her formal education at Apakogwe Primary School, Ogidi. Very active in sports, represented her school in 100-meter races and basketball competitions. Mary Comfort was an intelligent and energetic pupil whose favorite subjects were mathematics and general knowledge. In 1952, while in Standard 2, Mary Comfort's mother, Virginia, relocated her to Akokwa, where she was directly under her tutelage. Living under her mother was challenging but enriching. Her mother inculcated in Mary Comfort various domestic and vocational skills, among them soap and cream making, local seasoning production, oil bean, palm oil and palm kernel processing, and of course, farming. These early domestic trainings instilled in Mary Comfort such survival instincts, doggedness and self-reliance that shaped her later in life. Continuing her education, Mary Comfort enrolled at St. Peter's Anglican Church School, Akokwa, and completed Standard 4 in 1954. By dint of hard work and her active participation in sporting events, Nkechinyere earned a scholarship to continue her education when her mother's meager earnings could no longer sustain her. A stop in her scholarship marked the end of her formal education, but giving rise to her remarkable vocational and entrepreneurial dispositions in life. Growing up and blossoming as a maiden, Mary Comfort Nkechinyere attracted the prying eyes of many suitors, and in the absence of her father, her mother Virginia only recommended Ernest Ezenna, a handsome, brilliant, charismatic, hard-working young man who lived outside the village, then referred to as abroad, a virtue that was cherished among young men of the time.
Too proud to say I love you. Baby,
Nkechinyere Mary Comfort accepted her mother's counsel and married Ernest Okwandu Ezenna Ebilekwe at the age of 19. Ernest Ezenna was a teacher and catechist of the Roman Catholic faith. The marriage was solemnized on Mary Comfort's birthday on the 10th day of August 1955 at Christ the King Parish, Mile 1, Dube, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The union was blessed with 9 nice children.
Everything for you.
Though she suffered the painful loss of 2 of her children, Ijeoma and Chinedu, Nkechinyere Mary Comfort bore the grief and its emotional weight with unwavering faith in God and fortitude through His grace. Mary Comfort Ezenna was a consummate entrepreneur who began her vocational life at a young age. Through her formal training at a home management and catering institute, specializing in all key areas including fashion designing, and with her husband's support, Nkechinyere later established Mikom's Industrial Sewing Center, popularly known as Home of Fashion in Port Harcourt, and became widely accepted for making wedding gowns, dressing brides, and baking wedding cakes. Numerous young women were trained at Mikom's under her supervision.
I'm a certified chef now, all thanks to Mama. You know, because a very young age, maybe I know second because my auntie was also a wonderful cook.
The 3-year civil strife in Nigeria disrupted the already flourishing catering and fashion design business Nkechinyere set up, and after the war, Mary Comfort with her family relocated to Onitsha, Anambra State. At Onitsha, with prompting from Ernest, her husband, Mary Comfort joined the Eastern Industrial Chemist, a business enterprise established and ran by her husband. Nkechinyere became a director at the organization and played a leading role in sustaining and expanding the business. In due time, their first son, Anthony Ezenna, also joined Eastern Industrial Chemist, taking the business to the next level and later grew it into what became Orange Drugs and Cosmetics Limited.
Mama is my chairman's mother. I actually work with Orange Group, and she's my chairman's mother, and as such a very wonderful woman. She works with the organization before I even joined, and some of the experiences gathered in the organization was also through her as well. So she was a wonderful woman.
Nkechinyere Mary Comfort Ezenna was a devoted Christian of ardent Roman Catholicism and belonged to many faith-based organizations: Sacred Heart of Jesus Society, Christian Mothers Association, the Catholic Charismatic Renewal, the Legion of Mary, and later became an oblate at St. Benedict, Nike, Enugu Monastery.
My mom will tell you anything that will come between me and God,
that she's not part of it. And she trained us in such a way that every day, the first thing we do is to serve God, to pray. And my mom took me to a charismatic renewal because she was a member of the charismatic renewal. At age of 12, my mother made me to start leading the small children group, and she trained us how to pray on our own, how to tackle our problems, because she believed that with God, all things are possible.
My mother, as a devoted mother, she rises up early in the morning, around 5 o'clock, to wake us up for morning prayers. After morning prayers, she will share the chores for everybody. She will supervise it and make sure we do all our chores. Then we'll have our breakfast before doing every other thing we'll do in the house.
Ona ekpere Chineke mana na belong ona otu eji ama Chineke na etu eji achọ iru Chineke, and ọ bụ a strong Christian.
She modeled us in the ways of the Catholic Church, how to pray the rosary, how to take Mass seriously, how to make the most out of every religious event. So I think that was the role she had in my life.
Earlier in her dedicated spirit at St. David's Catholic Church, Owerakokwa, Nkechinyere Mary Comfort Ezenna rose rapidly in leadership positions in the Legion of Mary. Her spirituality consistently drew her to the monastery where she devoted herself to fasting, novena prayers, midnight psalms, and retreats. Her spirituality and faith greatly influenced her children and family. One of her sons, the second in the series, Kelvin Okechuku Mary, became an ordained Catholic priest and later a monk. And through Mary Comfort Ezenna's spiritual vision and resilience, a Catholic monastery was built in Akokwa, serving countless seekers of God.
Mama was instrumental to bringing of monastery into Akokwa. They are not instrumental the building of St. David Catholic Church.
I knew her as someone who is always with God and preaches more of God. And as such, going through most of her life, from what I've seen or heard about her, she focuses more on charity, and as well focuses more on preaching God and more of God, in fact.
Nkechinyere Mary Comfort Ezenna remained a blessed matriarch, an astute entrepreneur, a freedom fighter, a visionary, and a source of inspiration to many who their ways crossed in life. Her life struggle told a story of uncommon tenacity of spirit, fierce dynamism, and of course, triumph. Her legacies are glaring. Mary Comfort went the extra mile to put together her life experiences. She trailed her life and time in an 84-page autobiography, My Journey. Nkechinyere Mary Comfort Ezenna was blessed with many wonderful grand and great-grandchildren, sons and daughters-in-law.